The Siberian Husky is a breed that has captivated dog lovers around the world with its striking wolf-like appearance, high energy levels, and friendly personality. Known for their thick double coats, erect ears, and stunning blue or multicolored eyes, Huskies are often described as one of the most visually impressive dog breeds. While these characteristics make Huskies incredibly popular, there is one notable aspect of the breed that can be a significant challenge for potential owners: their loud vocalizations, including excessive howling and barking. Huskies are known for their vocal nature, and while this trait is part of their charm for some, it can present a considerable issue, especially in environments where noise levels need to be managed, such as apartments or neighborhoods with close neighbors. The impact of a husky's loud vocalizations is not only felt by the dog's owners, but can also have a ripple effect on those living nearby. Understanding why huskies vocalize so loudly, the potential problems this behavior can cause, and how to manage or reduce these vocalizations is essential for anyone considering bringing a husky into their home. The history of the husky's vocalizations can be traced back to its origins as a sled dog. Huskies were bred by the Chukchi people of Siberia to work in harsh, cold environments, often pulling sleds across long distances. While these dogs were bred for their endurance, strength, and ability to work independently, they were also used to communicate with other dogs in the team, as well as with their human handlers. In the wild, dogs often use vocalizations to communicate with each other, whether to signal danger, alert the pack to a potential food source, or maintain contact with one another. For huskies, vocalizations such as howling served as a way to coordinate their movements, maintain communication with their team, and establish their presence within their environment. This communication through vocalization was essential to their work as sled dogs, where coordination and teamwork were paramount to success. Today, while huskies no longer work as sled dogs, their instinct to vocalize remains deeply ingrained in the breed's behavior. Huskies are one of the most vocal dog breeds, and their tendency to howl, bark, and whine can be both charming and problematic. Howling, in particular, is a behavior that is strongly associated with huskies. The breed's howls can be loud, long-lasting, and often occur at all hours of the day and night. This vocalization is instinctive, and it is often triggered by environmental stimuli, such as hearing other dogs or animals, being left alone, or experiencing boredom. While some people may find the husky's howling endearing, for others, the noise can become a serious problem, especially in residential areas with close proximity to neighbors. One of the primary reasons that huskies vocalize excessively is their high energy levels. Huskies are incredibly active dogs that require a great deal of physical exercise and mental stimulation to remain happy and healthy. When huskies do not receive enough physical activity or mental engagement, they can become frustrated, anxious, and increasingly vocal. Barking, howling, and whining can be expressions of this frustration. In some cases, excessive vocalizations may be a sign of separation anxiety, which is a common issue in huskies when they are left alone for extended periods. When left without adequate stimulation or companionship, a husky may resort to howling as a way of expressing its discomfort or seeking attention. This vocalization, while natural for the breed, can become a source of significant disruption if not addressed. Huskies' vocalizations also serve as a form of communication with their owners and the outside world. Unlike other breeds that may be more reserved in their vocalizations, huskies tend to use their voices to convey a wide range of emotions and needs. For instance, a husky may howl when it is excited, anxious, or trying to get attention from its owner. In some cases, huskies will vocalize when they are playing, particularly if they are feeling energetic or overstimulated. However, the husky's vocalizations are not limited to moments of excitement or frustration. Huskies are also known to howl when they are lonely, bored, or even when they are seeking companionship. If a husky is left alone for long periods or lacks sufficient social interaction, its vocalizations may increase in frequency and volume as the dog attempts to communicate its need for attention or companionship. This can become a persistent issue, particularly for owners who work long hours or live in environments where they are not always available to provide the attention the dog craves. The excessive howling and barking of a husky can be a significant problem in certain living situations, particularly in apartments or densely populated residential areas. In these environments, noise can travel easily, and a husky's loud vocalizations can disturb neighbors and create tension between households. While some owners may not mind their husky's vocalizations, others may find it disruptive, especially if the barking or howling occurs at night or early in the morning. This can lead to complaints from neighbors, and in some cases, It may even result in legal action or fines if the noise becomes a nuisance. For apartment dwellers, managing a husky's vocalizations can be especially challenging due to the close proximity of other residents and the limited space available for the dog to exercise and expend energy. Without enough space to roam or play, huskies may become more vocal in an attempt to release their pent-up energy. The impact of a husky's vocalizations is not just felt by neighbors, but also by the owners themselves. Constant howling and barking can lead to stress and frustration for the dog's owner, especially if the owner is unable to stop the behavior or meet the dog's needs. Over time, the persistent vocalizations can strain the relationship between the dog and its owner, as the owner may feel overwhelmed or helpless in dealing with the issue. Additionally, if the vocalizations are a result of anxiety or fear, the dog's emotional well-being can suffer, leading to further behavioral problems. Owners who are unable to address the root cause of the vocalizations may find themselves feeling stressed or frustrated, which can create a negative cycle where the dog's anxiety is exacerbated by the owner's reactions. There are several approaches that owners can take to manage excessive vocalizations in huskies. One of the most important steps in addressing this behavior is ensuring that the husky receives sufficient physical and mental exercise. Huskies are active dogs that require at least 1 to 2 hours of vigorous exercise each day. Providing opportunities for the dog to run, hike, play, and engage in interactive activities can help release the energy that contributes to excessive vocalizations. Regular exercise is crucial not only for physical health, but also for reducing the anxiety and frustration that often lead to barking and howling. Mental stimulation is equally important, as huskies are intelligent dogs that need to be mentally engaged to avoid boredom. Puzzle toys, obedience training, and interactive games can help keep the husky's mind stimulated and focused, preventing the dog from resorting to vocalizations as a means of self-entertainment. Socialization is another key aspect of managing vocalizations in huskies. Huskies are social dogs that thrive on companionship and interaction. Providing opportunities for the dog to socialize with other dogs or people can help reduce feelings of isolation and loneliness, which are often triggers for excessive howling and barking. Regular playdates with other dogs, trips to dog parks, or even doggy daycare can provide the husky with the social interaction it needs to stay calm and content. For huskies that suffer from separation anxiety, gradually increasing the time spent alone can help the dog learn to cope with solitude without resorting to vocalizations. Using positive reinforcement techniques to reward calm behavior and quiet periods can help reinforce desirable behavior and discourage excessive barking or howling. Training plays a vital role in managing the husky's vocalizations. Teaching the dog basic obedience commands, such as quiet or enough, can help the owner gain control over the dog's behavior and reduce vocalizations when they are inappropriate. Positive reinforcement should be used to reward the dog for being quiet or calm, while redirecting its attention to other activities. Training sessions should be consistent, patient, and focused on building the dog's understanding of when vocalizations are acceptable and when they are not. In cases where the husky's howling is triggered by external stimuli, such as hearing other dogs or animals, desensitization and counter-conditioning techniques can be used to help the dog remain calm in the presence of these triggers. For some huskies, medication may be necessary to manage excessive vocalizations, particularly if they are the result of anxiety or fear. A veterinarian may prescribe anti-anxiety medications to help reduce the dog's stress and improve its ability to cope with being alone or exposed to triggers. Medication should always be used in conjunction with behavior modification techniques, such as training and environmental management, and should not be seen as a standalone solution. Medications can help alleviate the dog's anxiety in the short term, but long-term management of the vocalization issue requires addressing the underlying causes of the behavior. It is also important for owners to understand that vocalizations are a natural and normal part of a husky's behavior. Huskies have a tendency to be more vocal than many other breeds, and their howling is often a reflection of their strong instincts and social nature. While excessive barking or howling can be a challenge to manage, it is crucial for owners to approach the behavior with patience and understanding. A husky that is properly exercised, mentally stimulated, and given the appropriate amount of attention is less likely to resort to excessive vocalizations. By providing the husky with a structured routine, plenty of physical and mental engagement, and consistent training, owners can reduce the frequency and intensity of howling and barking while fostering a positive and fulfilling relationship with their dog. In conclusion, While the Husky's vocalizations are one of the breed's most distinctive traits, excessive howling and barking can present significant challenges for both the dog and its owner. Understanding the causes behind the Husky's vocal nature and addressing the underlying factors, such as lack of exercise, boredom, anxiety, or fear, is crucial for managing these behaviors. Providing regular physical exercise, mental stimulation, socialization, and consistent training can help reduce the intensity of the Husky's vocalizations and ensure that the dog remains content and well-adjusted. With the right approach and a commitment to meeting the Husky's needs, owners can successfully manage the breed's vocalizations and maintain a peaceful environment at home, allowing the Husky to remain a happy and loyal companion.